Story and Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story and Lee.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your afternoon update.
Good Friday afternoon, Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your forecast. We expect those isolated to widely scattered showers and storms throughout the afternoon and into the early evening hours. Any of those football games tonight, most should be dry and rain-free, but cannot completely rule out some passing showers or storms. So just keep that in mind. I would take the rain gear just in case you need it. But our big focus forecast-wise over the next several days will be the heat building back in. Let's get right to your forecast, starting you off with the remainder of your afternoon. 40% chance of those widely scattered showers and storms. I will say I think the better coverage of the showers and storms today will likely end up being across northern Alabama. We had some of those showers and storms this morning, probably a boundary laid out from those. So I do expect the slightly better coverage to end up being across northern Alabama today. But everybody at least has those rain chances. And if you aren't seeing any of those rain showers, you're just staying hot. Temperatures getting up into the lower 90s today, where the way to live forecast 93 in Waynesboro, 90 in Athens, 89 degrees in Red Bay with a northerly to maybe northeasterly wind today. We're behind that front that's moved through. And so that's why we have some of that northerly wind today. Not too strong, though, so it's not giving you any of that relief from the hot temperatures. Speaking of those hot temperatures, 93 today in Fayetteville, 93 in the Huntsville Metro, 90 in Athens, 92 here in Lawrenceburg, 92 in the Shoals, 90 down there in Moulton. If you're heading to dinner or some of those high school football games, here is your forecast, 7, 8 o'clock this evening. Temperatures still staying warm, only getting down into the lower and middle 80s by the time we hit to 8 p.m., but notice those rain chances drop off to only 20% going into the middle of your evening. Now, overnight tonight, we do lose those rain chances completely. Some patchy fog could develop as temperatures drop down towards that dew point mark, getting down to the upper 60s and lower 70s by the time we wake up on your Saturday. And speaking of Saturday, temperatures continue to climb. We expect mid-90s for a good portion of the area. 94 in Huntsville, 92 in Hazel Green and Meridianville, 95 in Decatur, 95 in the Shoals, 93 degrees up there in Mount Pleasant. Those temperatures will just continue to climb going into the weekend and early next week. Let's talk about those rain chances first. 3 p.m. this afternoon, watching those showers and storms continue to track on through. You notice how we go into the evening hours and they quickly dissipate. Waking up on your Saturday morning at 9 a.m., mostly sunny skies. Any fog should be burned off by the time we get to 9 a.m. Now, once we get into the afternoon hours, rain chances are on the board. They're very low, but notice how most of this activity is going to end up being east of Interstate 65, it looks like. So that's why we expect most of our area to just be mostly rain-free for your Saturday and just hot, with temperatures getting up into the middle 90s, holding on to a small chance of a shower or storm during the late afternoon and into the early evening hours, but most places, if not everybody, completely dry by the time we get to sunset. Waking up on your Sunday morning, mostly clear conditions, maybe some patchy fog once again, and we get into the afternoon and evening hours. Same situation, pop-up shower or storm possible, but rain chances, as you see here, only around 10% for your Sunday. Now, once we get into next week, we do increase those rain chances once again. We're getting up to a 50-50 shot on your Thursday as a cold front approaches, and that will not only increase the rain chances, but bring some relief to some of that heat. Let's get into your futurecast here with your European model high pressure situated across our area behind that front that's going to help suppress those showers and storms going into Saturday and Sunday, and the heat will build back in. Once we get into your Monday, that's where we start to increase the rain chances slightly each day going into your Tuesday. You see here a few more showers and storms are expected. Now watch what happens on your Wednesday. Cold front's going to be off to our north, but notice how there's a lot of shower and storm activity up here at 3 o'clock. And then watch what happens as we move forward. It dives down here. So that's the model guidance hinting that there could be a cluster or MCS that develops off to our north and dives on in, and that could bring some stronger storms into the forecast, maybe gusty winds 40 to 50 miles per hour. Cannot completely rule out maybe some isolated severe weather with that, just depending on how it all evolves, but I will say I'm not really seeing much in the way of like a big-time severe weather risk with that right now, but it's something we will watch for. Good news is temperature drop expected with it, 94 on Wednesday down to 89 degrees on Thursday, but before then, we're dealing with the heat, 96 on Monday and Tuesday. Heat index values likely over 100 for a lot of places, possibly even as high as 105 to maybe 107 as we get into the weekend and into early next week.